So the first is Uncle Liu. His full name is Liu Tinbun. In this very powerful keynote, he's going to share with us something called SOAR. Okay, I won't tell you what SOAR stands for. Keep you in suspense first. He's drawing from his inspirational 50-year journey as a pioneer Air Force pilot, commander, and nation builder. Yes, that's him. Uncle Liu, he will be sharing life lessons on resilience, leadership, and impact. And through personal stories and practical steps, he will empower us to take bold actions towards our dreams and rise above fear. Please put your hands together for Uncle Liu.
Good evening. Raise your hand if you ever felt a spark of passion that you want to do something but was not sure how to do it. Raise your hand. Good. Raise the other hand if you want to know how you actually can do it. Great, great. So tonight I will share with you my story of how to transform your passion into purpose and further into a legacy. Are you ready to go? Yes. Okay, let's go. What do we have? First of all, this is my SOAR SOAR secret that I'm revealing to you now. First of all, seek your passion. Secondly, own your journey of transformation. Third, align your passion with your purpose. Last but not least, reflect upon your journey and think whether have you left behind a legacy for the future generation. Shall we go? Yes! Great, let's go. First step, I want to let you know that no dream is too far-fetched to achieve if you only have to soar above fear and beyond limiting beliefs. Agree? Let us go. Now, step one, how to seek your passion. Finding your passion is like digging into a treasure trove, trying to identify what is it that really drives you. Have you ever come across a time that certain thing excite you so much that you have lost count of time in what you're doing? Have you done that? Have you also looked at your work? Are you enjoying your work or are you hating your work? Are you hating your work? Well, you may not have the passion. You're enjoying your work regardless of what time, 7 days a week, 24/7. You are really passionate about your work and you really have a passion driving you. So how to seek your passion is dig through a long journey of courage, curiosity, and clarity to identify your passion. For me, my passion was aviation. Very simple. As a country kampong boy in Sembawang, I was amazed by the number of aircraft flying overhead. But then I was thinking, did Sir Isaac Newton, who taught us the law of gravity, bluff us schoolboys about things falling down and why are the planes still flying? So my curiosity set me on a journey to find out the answer. And that was my dream. My dream was to become a pilot to find the answer. And that became the passion in aviation to be a pilot. The journey to becoming a pilot was quite hard because when you want to transform your passion into purpose, you have to overcome a lot of obstacles on the way. There'll be people who are laughing at you, who do not believe that you can do it. There'll be people injecting limiting beliefs into you. Ignore them. It is your journey. They are not your riders. You are riding on your own journey. You design your future. So go along in that way, and then we will come to the end of the journey to achieve a purpose. For me, my journey to becoming a pilot was very arduous and long and risky. First of all, I was rejected by the then Malaysian Singapore Airline. After going around 3 rounds of interview, and I was knocked out in the finals, rejected. But that did not put me down. What did I do? I looked out for opportunities, and opportunities came in 1968 when Singapore had to build an air force within 3 years because the British forces was pulling out. I jumped on the chance. Among the thousands of applicants, I was one of those 32 chosen to become pilot trainees, as shown in the picture. The journey was hard. Competition was hard. Only 15 made it as pilots. Out of 15, I was the first one to be appointed a squadron commander, to command a squadron of 8 helicopters, 16 pilots, and about 70 technicians, about 100 men and machine, to go on all sorts of mission, helicopter mission. So it was arduous, but the journey was also dangerous. I was almost killed during my training in France with the French Army. My instructor mishandled that landing on a 10,000-foot mountain. The aircraft with me and the instructor slipped off the edge of the cliff. We fell and fell and fell from 10,000 feet, 6,000 feet, 5,000 feet, and counting the seconds, going to 20, 30, 40 seconds, and that was almost me. But I survived. Thank goodness the instructor managed to get the aircraft out seconds before impact. And trembling hands on the way back, he said, "That's all, let's go back." And I told myself, "Yeah, let's go back." And I told myself, Sir Isaac Newton's law on gravity was true. I was almost dead there. I can go back and verify, yeah, he did not bluff us school children in school. So that was it. Training. Then be resilient. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. When you fall, you rise again. Do not give up. Thirdly, align your passion with your purpose. This is where the magic starts. When you have a passion and you look towards a purpose and then carry out what you want to do at the end, you will be driven to serve society, to serve a larger cause, not just yourself. When I qualified as a pilot, I was delighted. But I realized that there was larger purpose and greater purpose above me. That was to build the Singapore Air Force Helicopter Force from scratch. Because Singapore was in a dire position. We were in the midst of the Vietnam War raging behind us with security threat to Singapore. Singapore was young. We had to build up a defense force to give assurance to international investors to come and invest in Singapore, to build up our economy. So we were the forerunners to build the defense capability. What I did, I trained pilots. I set up a training system for local helicopter pilot training in 1975 and trained the first 3 batches of pilots myself. Secondly, I know that in the long term, if nobody is doing it, I got to do it. Identify the structure of the Air Force that we want for helicopter force. So I drew a master plan 50 years down the horizon, what the helicopter composition will be like. Thirdly, they need a home base to operate from. I designed an operational Sembawang Air Base to house the helicopters. Last but not least, I also train young leaders and mentor them. Among the young leaders, officers we mentored, are these 3 that stand out very well in my mind. The first one became Chief of Air Force. The second one served in high-ranking position in the Air Force and then switched over to politics and became Cabinet Minister. You know him very well. The third one, not from Air Force, but from Army, because I was in Joint Staff. I looked after him, and he became a commander of an Army infantry division. So these are the people who I have built and left behind leadership to handle and lead the nation forward. Last but not least, reflect upon your achievement and whether you have left any legacy behind. Ask yourself. Many people do not start off with building a legacy, but only on reflection that they realize, yeah, we have done something. So for me, yes, I have left behind a legacy whereby I have left behind my genes in the helicopter world, military helicopter world today. Every helicopter pilot carries part of my DNA because he's produced from the helicopter pilot training system I designed 50 years ago. Every helicopter pilot flies one of those types of helicopter I envisioned 45 years ago. Every helicopter pilot goes to work and steps into Sembawang Air Base, where he works and launch from, the base which I designed 45 years ago. And last but not least, the leaders of today, the third generation Air Force leaders, are those trained by my second generation and by my first generation people. Here, I would say, is the legacy. And it is acknowledged internationally by a defense analyst who posted this video on YouTube that Singapore's Air Force helicopter force is the best in Southeast Asia. You can look it up. Then, I also left a legacy in the minds of your children. Are there any children in secondary school? Anyone in secondary school? No? Okay, you may ask your friend. In the history book of secondary two, at least starting from 2020, there's a last chapter about how defense force built up, and I'm featured down there as a founding pilot. So these are the little legacy we will leave to our children to acknowledge our older generation and advanced generation work so hard and risk our life to give them the society, the stability that we have today. And so this is my journey. Starting from a kampong boy, wandering and having a dream, pursuing a dream to be a pilot. Achieved the dream as a pilot, but went beyond that to become a commander, a leader, and a developer of people and machine and systems. Last but not least, I left myself, my imprint in the internet, in cyberspace. I have minted 1,000 NFTs in my name. Pilot Leo, look for it in OpenSea. So where I may go and go to ashes, my image will still remain in cyberspace for future generations to come. So SOAR, I urge you to SOAR. Seek your passion and do your journey, okay? Own your journey. Align your passionate purpose, and last but not least, reflect on and write down a legacy that you can share with your children and your grandchildren. So, I'd like to thank you very much for the time you spent, and let us raise a hand to affirm that you will soar from this evening. Go home, identify your passion, and then start your journey. Align your passion and purpose, and leave behind a legacy. It may take years, it may take decades, it may take years. Okay, but do it. And last but not least, I want to share with you my cheat sheet on this speech. You can take a picture of this one, all right? And then go to that link and put in your email. I send you the cheat sheet on this speech. Thank you very much. Are you inspired now? Are you go tonight full force? Not falling down, but jumping high. Let's go. Thank you.
You're the Minister of Defense.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm at your service, sir.
But that one is a real standing ovation. Right? That's not a manufactured anymore. Right? I'm very impressed because I met him many times. This is my first time hearing his story. It was very truly impressive.
Push on.
Right? This is not a speech anymore. This is his life. And you know why we organize this? Because the world is too negative. Like newspaper is negative, people committing crimes, and then Trump is negative. Okay, let's not mention him. So we want to gather all the positive people and spread positive energy.